Here
Hello.
she is. Hello, Claire. Bonjour.
Um, Bonjour. We are
So,
both French and we're going to talk in English.
yeah, well, we are going to do it in English. We could have done it in
I'm,
French, but, I'm not sure. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
So, what's going on in the south of France?
Uh, the summer, a lot, it's very, very hot.
Yeah.
And I'm working a lot because I love working
Oh,
all of it,
cool.
you know.
So, you are from Nice,
Yes.
which is what we call the Côte d'Azur. And I grew up in Marseille, so it's
And I live in Marseille too.
yeah. So we are neighbors, but
Yeah.
I'm not in Marseille anymore now. I spent a lot of time in Los Angeles, and now I'm in Barcelona. So, but always hot cities.
I would love living abroad actually.
Okay, well, you have to see what you can do.
Yeah.
You are young. You can. I can help you with that. We can talk about it another time.
Okay.
So, for everybody, today the art of dubbing is a little bit different because we don't have per se a dubbing actor or actress or a director, but we have somebody very interesting, and I really like it because it's a little bit my background too. A musician who is also doing translation, and I'm a musician, and I'm doing dubbing, directing, etc. So our careers are a little bit going in parallel. That's pretty cool.
Maybe.
Uh, so tell me a little bit about your background in music. I know you are a composer. You play
I
your
write,
music.
yeah, my passion is writing my own songs. So composing maybe is what I love the most, and then singing. And with the years, I've also arranged my music with a digital audio station and all this.
Great.
And I record my voice at home. I do a little bit of mixing too. So
Fantastic.
it's really broad, really
So,
broad.
so this is very interesting because, as you know, and you did it obviously because your assignments were really nice. You did
Thank
a
you.
great job, and you graduated from the Dubbing Academy, obviously. In the Dubbing Academy, and everybody probably knows that now, we are using our platform called Studio Next. And Studio Next is it's another digital platform, if you want. The difference with Pro Tools or all this platform is that Studio Next is in the cloud, so you don't have anything in your computer. So I understand that for you, because you are using already workstation for your music, probably Studio Next was very easy for you.
Actually, at the beginning, it was a bit frustrating
Why?
because I wanted to do more with to edit my voice, my tracks, and I couldn't move them. But it has improved a lot, the
Yes.
platform during 1 year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
since last year we moved a lot, and obviously this platform is a recording platform. It's not a mixing platform,
Hmm.
but we improved it, and I can even tell you that now the Rhythmo band that you were saying when you were doing your assignment and your dubbing, the Rhythmo band can be now edited, and the translator can work directly on Studio Next,
Oh,
and you can type your text in Studio Next, and so you will see the picture underneath. You will see the English text, and you will see the Rhythmo band with the sound, obviously, and you can type your text in the Rhythmo band. So you
okay,
have.
perfect.
Yeah, I think it's really cool. And so we have a lot of translators that are starting using Studio Next for translation, for adaptation, especially with lip sync, which is perfect because you can see immediately if your text is in sync or not. So, and That's really for recording. That's not a platform for mixing. But tell me a little bit about yourself and tell me how, what's the relation for you between music and acting? Because for me, I always saying to people, I do a lot of conferences and I write articles, etc. And I say, you know, in the dubbing world, I think 70% of the actors are also musicians, or they come from a music background. I have a lot of friends. I know a lot of people all over the world doing dubbing, and most of them are musicians. And so, tell me what you see as a relation between the music and the acting, and we can even talk about music and translating, because I will tell you after what I think about music and dubbing, but you can start first.
Sorry, someone was calling.
Yeah, you're there, that's fine.
The relation.
What about how did you use your music background when you did your assignment?
I think what really helped for me is as a musician, I'm really used to listening. Actually, I think I probably listen more to my music than actually play. And so when doing dubbing, this was really helpful because I'm already trained. Yeah. So I've spent the days recording, listening, adjusting, recording, listening, adjusting, and I think I really detect many things. Maybe for other musicians this is different, but for me everything comes down to listening.
Correct.
But I can see other similarities.
Yeah.
What helped me also is maybe I was already trained with my breath. Yeah. So I have a lot of breath, and this is really helpful when dubbing characters. I actually wonder how people who aren't trained can do those animated characters, because some of them are really very technical.
Yeah, and that's why you find a lot of musicians in the dubbing business, because just what you said, it helps a lot. For me, I'm not a singer. I don't sing, but I play. I play guitar. I did the conservatory in Marseille, and I'm a jazz player mainly. You know, when I was young, I was playing rock, but I'm too old for playing rock now. You know, my hair is too short, so I play jazz and or bossa nova. It's the same thing. But for me, it's a rhythmic dimension that helped me a lot, because I think it's all about rhythm. You know, when you say something, hey, what's up? I hear pa pa pa. I don't hear hey, what's up? I hear ta pa pa. And if I have this pattern in my ear, it will be much easier for me to repeat that when I dub ta ta ta. That's it. I have a comment. We have a comment from Kerry Maguire, who is an actor that did the podcast with me last time. Thank you, Kerry. You are never too old to play rock. I appreciate that. So I hear that. I hear the pattern, and this pattern, the rhythm more than the melody, is really helping me a lot.
Yeah, but that's automatic.
Yeah, you don't even have to think about it. When I was in LA, I had my own studio before joining Warner Brothers, and we were doing a lot of Foley. You know, the Foley of the footsteps for books. And in the States, the time code was not 25 frames per second. Like in Europe, it was 30 frames per second. So every second is divided in 30 frames. And I was telling the actor, you start, or the Foley guy was working. I said, start on 10, frame 10 on the second. He told me, how can I start on frame 10? You cannot count the frames. I say, sure, you have 1 second, 1, 2, and you think triplet, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and the 2 was 10 frames. So, oh, that's very interesting. So
You know,
I taught them how to count in triplets to find 10 frames, 10 frames, 10 frames for 1 second.
as a musician, I'm more on the side of melody than rhythm.
I understand.
I've always been like that. And I've improved in rhythm, but it's not what's first for me.
Yeah, and this is very interesting because most of the musicians, when you are a musician, you have kind of two worlds, you know. So even when you go to the melody, the harmony, or the science of the notes, or you go more in the science of the rhythm.
Yeah.
But you know, obviously when you play music, you have to do both. But you always have one that is a little bit stronger than the other, you know. And
Yeah.
so cool. For you, it's the melody. For me, it's the rhythm. We can start an orchestra. That's great. So tell me a little bit. How did you start the Dubbing Academy? And did the Music Academy help you in the singing? The singing help you in the Dubbing Academy? Did you find some relation between both? Because, you know, when you did the academy, you work a lot on your voice placement, you know, and especially you did the animated character, which you did very well. But, you know, it's a lot of work on the voice, you know, and so maybe your singing skills help you for the dubbing. But you can say also that with this voice placement technique, did this help you also for the music?
Well, there is a big difference because when I sing,
yeah,
I use probably always the same placement, the one that works for me. And when doing the animated characters, I had to find other placements that I didn't know.
Correct.
And so this was new, and probably it has opened new resonators, or I don't know. Maybe I haven't done them enough to know.
Yeah.
Also, I've noticed that doing the animated characters were a good warm-up for singing.
Oh yeah, cool.
I didn't have to do my usual exercises after the.
So that's a new application that I did not know, but this is great. You know, I'm sure you heard some the singers from Mongolia, the monks, you know, and if you didn't check that, it's amazing because these people do with their voice like what a synthesizer would do. So they do that. And you hear the harmonics moving. It's really cool. And
it can be healing too.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, I mean the voice has a lot of curing faculties. The voice can help a lot. The voice can be reassuring for people. So, but you know, even when people talk, there is always the music about it. This is what I hear when people talk.
Yeah.
I hear the music.
Voice is energy.
Yeah, great.
And talking like that is also energy.
Yeah.
And the voice changes so much according to the mood we are in. This is incredible.
So did you try to sing with different placements, or you use the one you know when you sing?
I like to use because they are my songs. But you know, when I was younger, my voice was much behind, more behind, and I moved it so that it can be in front.
Yeah.
Because this is the placement I wanted.
Yeah.
So yeah, I cannot know different placements, but I'm not going to sing like a Bugs Bunny, you know.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that behind the phone. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, great. Cool. I'm happy to see that all the placements I teach in the Dubbing Academy are in fact I didn't invent anything. You know, I just did a model of all the voices, and I'm glad to see that we have the same conception.
This was well structured and very clear.
Okay, thank you. So tell me a little bit about something else. You told me in your little email that you like when your body is involved, when you stand, when you do gestures. And I think this is exactly like in music. When I play, I cannot sit and play my guitar like that. I have to move, I have to, you know, I feel the rhythm.
You have to be free with your gestures, feel
Exactly.
Comfortable in your body, and also connected to your emotions.
Correct.
This is the most important, and this is what I like the most in life, being connected to my emotions.
Fantastic.
So maybe it helped that. It helped when dubbing Casablanca. For me, it was really natural because I felt immediately the emotions.
I don't know if you saw. I mean, in YouTube, probably on the internet, you can find a lot of little clip of actors doing their dubbing, and you know it's a tradition in the States. Most of the animated shows are created by very famous people. You know, like Robin Williams, like all these guys doing the character for the animation, and they are actors and great actors. But if you see the video and if you see what they are doing, it's very funny because they move, they scream, they jump, and it helps a lot. It's you cannot just stand. That's why I'm also explaining to everybody: don't sit when you dub. Just stand and move.
Never sit. But you know, I'm saying that I want my body to be as free as possible, but this is still a quest.
Absolutely.
This is something, you know, I'm still trying and doing some yoga to be more comfortable with my body and all this.
That's you do the right thing. It's great, and you take it very seriously, as I see. Another question I have for you is: I understand you have a master's degree in psychology, which is very impressive.
Yes, this is a very important part in my life. Actually, the reason I'm not a psychologist is because I wanted to do music. So, yeah, it's a bit hard for me.
You keep that in your back pocket. You never know, you know. But tell me a little bit how the psychology can help you to understand really the attitude of the character, you know, because especially in animation, this is what I do in the Dubbing Academy. I explain that all these characters like Bugs Bunny, like Daffy Duck, they are a little bit crazy, and they have the attitude is changing so much, and it's changing very fast. So do you think that your degree in psychology helps you to really understand the character?
Actually, I've also done a psychoanalysis for 10 years, which is a lot. And I've learned more doing my psychoanalysis than at university. So my relationship with psychology is not really intellectual, but really intuitive.
Yeah.
And I think that to understand other characters, you have to understand yourself.
Yeah.
And go analyze your own emotions all the time, even if they seem negative. Go through them, and for me that's the basis of everything. And then you can understand. Empathy is then natural.
And as an actor, you can dub that and you can recreate that, obviously. some people have a very hard time to understand the character's attitude, and we have to explain to them, you know, in this sentence, the emotion is this way, in another sentence, it's another way. But
I don't believe in that.
exactly.
I believe in doing a personal work on yourself.
This is great. This is
Yeah.
very nice. So a lot of connection between all what you do and the
Yeah.
dubbing business. So tell me, what about the translation? Because you also work in translation. And
Yes.
do you do adaptation for dubbing, or do you do translation for let's say
Mostly for companies, finance.
Okay. So in the translation for finance, you don't have a lot of lip sync, you don't have a lot of rhythm. I don't know, but you certainly need to have the knowledge of all the words, and I guess the
Yeah,
glossaries are very big.
I've made connections between writing songs because I write lyrics and also translation. I don't know if you're interested in that,
Absolutely.
but of course words don't come right when you want them to come, you know.
Sure.
And it's also you have to be connected to your subconscious,
Yeah.
and you're looking for a word, and it will come the day after. And when writing songs, it's a bit like that. Ideas take time to form.
Absolutely.
And
And this is very interesting what you are saying, because you know I released a CD a few years ago with all songs that I wrote, and you cannot say, okay, I'm going to write a song now and that's it, I'm writing it. It doesn't come like that, and you don't even know how it comes, by the way. So you have an idea and you let it mature, you know, and
sometimes mistakes can lead you to the right word. This is really interesting.
okay, Chavi here has a question for you. When you dub a character, do you imagine things to make it more yours? Things like he likes chocolate or the sun or reading books. So do you imagine things when you dub a character to appropriate the character for you?
No, because there is the video. For me, it's enough.
So I think Chavi wants to say, do you see the character obviously, but imagining things like he said, like the character likes the chocolate, likes the sun, likes reading book. Do you need to create another attitude on the side, or you go directly to the character?
I think for me it's easy to immerse myself directly. No, I don't need, but I understand that other people may need that.
Yeah, it's a good question. It's a good question, and yeah, so everybody reacts differently in this kind of.
I think I listen a lot to my body, to what I feel, and
yeah,
also
you have more a physical approach also.
Probably.
Very interesting. So, did you do also adaptation for lip sync?
No.
Because I'm sure you would be great at that. Because when you adapt for lip sync, well, you have to follow the motion of the mouth, you know.
Actually, I've noticed sometimes I didn't agree with the translations.
It's very possible, absolutely, and that's normal, by the way, because a translation, as you know, you are a translator. A translation is something subjective. You speak several languages. We all speak several languages in this community. So we know that you can say the same thing 3-4 different ways. So there is not one better than the other, you know.
No.
And this is why when we record an actor, we change in average between 10 and 15% of the sentences. And it's not because the sentences are wrongly translated. It's because, you know, sometimes the translation is correct, but it doesn't flow very well. Or the actor says, you know, I cannot say that very well. It doesn't flow from my mouth, so let's change it. And we always change the sentences. This is normal, you know.
Okay.
And you probably do the same thing with your songs. You know, you write a text and sometimes you change a word.
This is so hard.
It sounds better with this word instead of this word. Yeah.
You have to listen to it a lot and record also. It may work in your head, but when you record it, it doesn't work.
Well, that's very, very interesting. And this is also, and I'm glad you said that, because a lot of students and a lot even of actors rehearse their texts. Like I explained in the Dubbing Academy, I said, you know, if you want to record a documentary, take your text and rehearse it once before recording. At least you get a little bit the music of the text and you get used to the word. But you have to do it with your real voice. You cannot just read it. Because if you read it, you don't know how it's going to sound when you say it.
Yes.
So that's very important for people when they rehearse. And that's, so everybody, that's an advice from Claire. When you rehearse, just say the text, don't think the text.
And also, each sentence must be taken in the context of the whole scene.
Correct, because it's part of the whole text, the whole attitude of the character, the way they talk, etc. Absolutely, you're absolutely right. So I think you should be a translator for live action, meaning adaptation, because you have the sense of the music. So even if in your musical background the melody is stronger than the rhythm, opposite than me.
I've worked a lot on the rhythm too, of course.
Yeah, of course, but because you hear the sentence, and so the lip sync will be much easier for you. You will write to make it fit, because you won't need to look at the mouth to adapt. A lot of people look at the mouth and they try to translate. But if you hear, good morning, my friend, how do you do? Ta-ba-da-ba-da, ba-da-ba-da. That's it. You write and ta-da-da-da-da, ta-da-da-da. If it sounds like that, it will fit on the screen. So you should try.
Okay. Many things to try, you know.
Many things to try. So what are your next projects in music? Tell me.
Always working on my songs, and I like to shoot video clips, you know.
Cool. So where can we listen to your songs? Where can we listen to your songs?
On YouTube.
Great.
YouTube. I've got some video clips that I did 2-3 years ago.
Okay.
I think that my best songs are still to come, because of course. I've worked a lot on mixing this year, so this is going to improve, and I always want to improve. Yeah.
So we just search on YouTube for you, Claire Eloul, and
Claire Eloul.
Okay, great. So everybody, take a look at YouTube and search for Claire Eloul. So
thank you.
Claire is C-L-A-I-R-E, and Elul is E-L-L-U-L, correct? E-L-L-U-L. So, so we are all going to look at your songs because this is great.
They are really sad songs, you know.
Okay, very good. So, do you have any questions for us? Do you have any question for the Dubbing Academy? What would you like to see in the course? You know, we have a website now, and in the website we are going to have a blog. So the website is live, and it's dubbing dot no, it's dubbingacademy.transperfect.com. So if you guys want to look at that, dubbingacademy.transperfect.com. This is the website of the Dubbing Academy, and we want to do like a little domain where people can look at things, a lot of little videos, and if it's okay with you, what I would love to do is to put one of your songs in the website.
Right. But so you, I see you're trying to expand a lot the Dubbing Academy.
Yes,
okay.
Absolutely. Because Dubbing Academy is not only about dubbing; it's about you know.
I thought it was only about dubbing at first. So you want to incorporate other subjects that are close to dubbing?
Yeah, we are going to start incorporating courses on adaptation, lip sync adaptation, how to translate, how to do lip sync, and we are starting a blog with a lot of little videos, a lot of little things. And if it's okay with you, I would put one or two songs of you, if they're on YouTube already. We'll put a link so people from the academy can see your songs.
Thank you. And what can I do? Do you want me to do something in exchange for the academy?
Well, it's not an exchange here. It's a pleasure for us. But yes, we'll talk later about that. This is great. Any questions for us?
I had more technical questions. Maybe when you hear me talking like that, can you detect things about my voice? Can you guess that I'm able to sing or that my voice is powerful? Are there things that you can detect? Just when you hear me talking.
I'm not sure I can hear that you can sing. I hear that you have a very powerful delivery. You control your voice very well because the delivery is very consistent. Your pitch doesn't change a lot. You know, you have people that talk like that and suddenly they talk like that, and oh yeah. Oh, yeah. So you don't do that. So you are really stable in your delivery and your pitch, which is great. And so thinking about that, I would say, I don't know if you can sing or not just by listening to you, but I would say she could do a great singer because your voice is very stable and consistent. So that's a very good point, which is one of the points that I grade on the assignment, you know, consistency on the delivery, to not change your voice all the time, either way in pitch or in projection if you want. So some people are talking and suddenly it's like twice louder. They whoa, what the? So but you don't do that. So this is great. So that's my take on your voice.
Right. It was a tough question.
Good.
But
go ahead.
I can tell if you do dubbing because you have a special voice.
I have a special voice. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I'm not acting a lot. I directed a lot. In fact, you know, most of the time when I did some dubbing, it was in strange countries where somebody was missing. I remember one time I was in China, and in China, we were missing a few lines from Tasmanian Devil, you know. So Tasmanian Devil doesn't talk. said, so I was in the studio and the guy was not there, and he said, well, we need to finish it because we were releasing a DVD. I said, okay, I'm going to do it. So I recorded a few lines of Tasmanian Devil for the Chinese DVD. Another time in LA, we had to replace a voice from Schwarzenegger, you know, the big voice like that. And so it was like 1 or 2 sentences in the movie for the DVD release. Same thing, you know, I did the voice. I talked very low, you know, like that. And it was fine. At the mix, you are a mixer, so you can arrange a little bit, you know, and nobody heard it. But so, you know, that's my, I didn't do much dubbing, but
I thought the opposite.
I am more in the theory of the thing, and that's why I teach a lot than I'm doing it. But anyway, Claire, it was a pleasure talking to you.
For me too. Thank you.
So we'll put some some songs of you in the website of the Dubbing Academy.
Okay.
And I advise everybody to check Claire's songs. So and we'll redo that another time because we have so many things to do talking about.
Yeah, many other things to say, but well, another time.
So we'll do another time. You know, we do that every month. So probably next year we'll do another podcast together.
Okay.
Okay.
Great.
Thank you very much. So it was the Art of Dubbing Shared Secrets episode number 8, and I say bye-bye to everybody and see you for episode number 9 in 1 month. Claire, thank you very much again.
Bye, Jacques.
Bye, everybody.